Guys, so I am off to downtown Chicago to a gallery called
Head south toward Greenwood.
Chicago Fine Art Salon. The story goes about, I don't know, like 8 months ago, 9 months ago, a while ago, I was in a group show. I made a good friend there and I was asking around how he gets his art out, how he finds his way to, you know, sell his works and show his works. And he connected me to this particular gallery, well, a sip and paint place that also had a gallery in their space. And so I contacted them, but they did not respond. So, you know, I was like, okay, whatever, like maybe it's not meant to be. And 8-9 months later, I sent the text in January and they replied like 2-3 days ago and asked me if I wanted to come by to their opening that they're having today. You know, I'm really hesitant about going to show openings, mainly because, you know, I like people and I do like meeting new people. However, if there is not a good reason for me, so for example, like I'm not gonna go to a random gallery opening just to make connections, you know, like that doesn't make any sense to me and I just don't have enough courage to do so. But because this is an opportunity, a chance for me to connect with people where I actually have a point of connection that makes sense, I decided, you know, get yourself together, go to the gallery, and you know, you never know what's gonna actually happen. So it's an hour and 5 minutes of a drive. There's pretty heavy traffic, so I'm gonna get going. So I'll see you guys there. You guys, the traffic is so bad and I am so sleepy. You guys, it is a huge bummer. So I got to the gallery and the gallery was, I don't know, it wasn't like a super open space. It was kind of hard to find the entrance, but there were people there, but not too many. And I went there specifically to find this one person, but I couldn't find him anywhere. And there were a few people there. However, I went there alone, so I didn't really have anyone to talk to. And I'm not really good in situations where I feel alone. If I have a clear objective, I can do well, but when it comes to meeting new people, I don't do very well, which is exactly why I don't go to gallery openings. Long story short, I didn't get to meet the guy and the show was, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't worth an hour and 15 minutes of a drive, you know? And I was thinking of deleting this whole thing, but then I decided, you know what, like, let's keep it in because I wanted to share with you all how difficult it is to find galleries to represent you as an emerging artist. It's very frustrating and I feel like, I don't know, I really wish that there was a better way for us emerging artists to be seen. Yeah, so it's really frustrating, but yeah, it's not easy. I keep seeing content on YouTube and, you know, Instagram, all that stuff, you know, hearing how people are having their first show, and maybe it's because like all of those celebratory, all those good moments are worth sharing and people want to find out how people got their first show and all that, but I don't think we see the difficulty so much here on YouTube. And I think it's important to share that part as well. Keeping it real, you know? You know what? It's just one of those days. So after this very long and anticlimactic day, I decided to pick up my paintbrush and paint. I think being an artist is one of the most fulfilling yet difficult paths to take. I love that you get that freedom, the freedom to express yourself, the freedom to create something beautiful, the freedom to shape your own routine, and etc. But of course, with every good comes its challenges. The thing about freedom is that it can also feel overwhelming at times. There's no roadmap, no right way of doing things. It can feel like you're wandering through this fast space, not knowing whether you're making progress or just running in circles. And in this moment, it's so easy to get discouraged. I've been back into painting for slightly less than a year now, and I feel like a complete failure at times, to be honest. The number of works I've made is pretty impressive, sure, but then there's always that lingering feeling that it's not enough. Not enough sales, not enough recognition, not enough consistency in my style. It's like I'm on this emotional roller coaster all the time. One moment, I feel like I'm finally getting there. Then the next moment, I realize I'm miles away from where I want to be. And I think what makes it tough for me especially is when I compare this art journey to my past self. Back in Korea, I had this business that felt almost effortless. I had a rhythm, a clear direction, and it was working. But now it's been nearly a year of struggle, and I sometimes feel like I've barely moved an inch. But the thing is, I know that every artist, whether they're just starting out or have been in the game for years, goes through this, just like I am. These moments of doubt, fear, and second-guessing ourselves are part of the process. I've realized that comparing myself to my past doesn't serve me. That was then, and this is now. And now is where the magic is happening, even if I can't clearly see it at times. Another lesson I'm learning along the way is that this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Progress might not always be obvious day to day, but it sure is happening. Each piece I create, each struggle I face, is getting me closer to where I'm supposed to be. My journey now, in this moment, is about rediscovering myself as an artist. It's about having faith in the process and trusting that these failures are guiding me just as much as the successes. So I guess the takeaway in this is that it's okay to feel like you're stumbling. It's okay to feel like you're miles away from where you thought you'd be. What matters is that you keep moving, even if it feels slow. The work you do today is the foundation for the artist you will become tomorrow. And every brushstroke, every setback is part of that growth. We just have to be resilient. We got this, artists.